it's Michelle here with TrailFlow, and today we are at the M.A.R.C Park in Dayspring, just outside of Bridgewater, Nova Scotia, and we're doing a small job for the Lunenburg County Mountain Bike Association, working on their trail called Boulder Dash. I got Duke here with me today, and he's excited to be out. He hasn't been able to come to work with us for a little while because we've been mostly working on some bike parks out in the open. It's too hot for him. So I'm going to do a little walkthrough with you on trail and go over what we're going to be doing today. Some of the main goals is to smooth out the roughness to make it a little bit faster, and also add in some drops and jumps. So it's going to be really cool. So let's take a look at the trail, which is currently closed. And most of the work we're doing is actually on the lower part of the trail. So putting in some jumps and drops, but also fixing up some of the drainage and putting in some larger culverts. Let's go under this closed rope. So Boulder Dash, it's a pretty short trail, and you go down a fair bit of hill, which is pretty cool. And as its name implies, you got some rocks. So a little mix of everything. You got some rocks, you're gonna have some drops, some little jumps, nothing too crazy, but it should be a lot of fun. All right, so just going through this bench cut bit. We actually did this bench cut for them a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago. So it's holding up well. Down here you can already hear Ryan with the excavator moving some boulders around, doing that heavy lifting. So this bit's going to be really cool. This is actually something that the volunteer association is installing, a little drop into a berm. Let's go under this tape. Here's a little drop and a little bit of a catch berm, and most of the work that we're going to be doing is going to start below this. All right. So here's just a little look back at the drop. It's not too big of a drop, but it should actually be really fun though. All right, Ryan's just adding a little bit of a tail to the berm because we got an excavator and can dig stuff pretty fast. So while we're here, we're trying to, really make this trail something fun for everyone. Okay, so it's continuing down trail. It's a little grassy through here. We're still going just ever so slightly downhill. So we're gonna have some good speed, and gonna make this drop here a little bit bigger, build up a landing so you're not just jumping to flat. And then most of the work is just gonna happen just below. So we're gonna build up this berm here, something nice and big, so you can carry speed through it, because this leads into one of the flattest spots of this trail. And in this zone, we're actually gonna dig out this area and make a bit of a larger basin, and then install a larger culvert to carry the water flow. Got some kind of smaller pipes in there now that I don't think are doing the trick, so we're gonna pull those out. Put something bigger in. Nope. Duke needs to drink from a puddle. So kind of crossing this flat section now. And right here, they also have some water flow issues. So same thing, we're gonna dig a high side basin, put in a 1 foot forestry culvert to replace the big O that was in there. And then through this bit, it's fairly rocky, and we're gonna be capping that with a little bit of soil just to kind of fill in the cracks of the rocks. You don't want to completely cover them, but it's just a little bit rough right now. It's been worn down over the years. Then I got a couple more small rock drops just for fun. Ooh. Another one. Whew. And that takes us to the end of this section of trail.
Here we go, let's take a ride through of the updated Boulder Dash. It starts out with a new little step down jump as a qualifier. Let you know what kind of things you're getting into. Most of the work we have done is at the bottom of the trail, so this upper bit is pretty much unchanged. A lot of the work involved using the excavator bucket to just kind of scrape the surface, pull off any grass, so smooth out a couple rocks where they weren't needed. But we did try to leave some in place so that it does still have a bit of technicality to it. We also added a new jump or two along the way. One of the big changes, the berm that's coming up is quite a lot larger than before. That's going to allow you to carry much more speed through this flat section. We put in two 1 foot culverts in areas where there were some drainage issues, like right there. And this bit here we've capped with some site soil to take the edge off, built these jumps up a little bit. So things are running smoother, running faster, and it's pretty fun. So that's a run down the updated Boulder Dash at M.A.R.C Park in Dayspring.